live stream just to see who I was on, who missed it. Just a real quick one, probably 15 minutes. Just checking in, see anybody that missed it last time. Can hop in. This has definitely saved me from smoking. Man. Definitely helps, and it's like a something you can, not a hobby, but like a Michael Clary. What's up, Michael? Oh, Dina. Going through some crazy withdrawals. I feel you, bro. Man, I was feeling kind of weird earlier. I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me thinking about I'm actually getting a new job. Well, it's not set in stone yet, but I got an interview Wednesday with a pretty big company, being a sales agent. So hopefully that's what's up, man? How y'all doing? I figured I would tune in just to just kind of update y'all where at, man. Yeah, it's an insurance company. Being a sales agent, actually making really good money. For the first time in my life, actually working like wearing like a button down. Going through some DPDR, but I'm recovering a bit. Any advice? You know, sometimes I don't even take my own advice. But the best advice I have is just to find something. It's cliche and what everybody says, but find something you like to do and really just get into it. But the biggest tip I have that helps me is realize that this is just a feeling and don't obsess about it and just let the feeling be. Like if you feel spaced out and weird, I don't know how you feel, but if you feel spaced out and feel dreamy and extra just super weird, just let it be. Like just say screw it, you know? It's pretty much how I've adopted the trying to get better at that mindset. Like right now, like so everybody asks like, are you fully recovered? And for like a year, I was so close, and then like this past I don't know, month, it's kind of spiked up. Like for a year, I felt like every now and again I'd feel it spike a little bit, but like this past month has been kind of rough. I don't know what it is. I'm still, and for me, it was mainly career. I wanted to find a good career, and now that the job that I'm going for is a good career, and even that's making me like nervous, because I got to go do all this training and get my license, and but yeah, it's you got to stay positive and always better yourself, and that's what I'm working on right now as far as career wise. But yeah, just know that it's just a feeling, and just once you, that's how people get over DP. Some people realize that it's just a feeling and they don't obsess about it. And then people like me and James and other people that have it for longer than a couple months, we continue to, we can't control it, so we dwell on it. So that's what I've learned about this. I've been doing a lot of research on exercise and diet, and for the past, I would say, 3 or 4 days, I've been super strict on my diet, like eating like a caveman. Like one of my go-to meals is sweet potatoes and like a lean ground beef or ground turkey, and then I cut up different bell peppers, like orange bell peppers, green bell peppers, red bell peppers, and I slice them up like in a fajita style. And then I do onions, mushrooms, and a little bit of like kale or spinach, and then I cook it all up and just eat it like a fajita. And it's not a lot of carbs, which is bad for me because I'm trying to gain weight. But anyway, that's helping me stay more clear-minded, I guess. But yeah, I still feel, I don't know, the feeling of going crazy, like you're stuck inside this, what I'm looking at in the camera. Like that's how, it's not that bad. It's not as bad as it was. Uh, It's slowly gets better, and then as you're recovering, you'll go through these ups and downs. I've heard it from everybody I've talked to who's recovered. Um, I feel okay when I don't think about it. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? That proves to you that it's something we dwell on and we want to control it. So just don't try so hard. Is the biggest tip. Whenever you feel it, just let it come in. Just don't fight it. Just feel weird and just accept it. Say it out loud. Just be like, yeah, I feel anxious and I got these weird anxious symptoms, but it's just a feeling. It's not gonna kill me. I'm not actually gonna go crazy, or I would have went crazy. So it doesn't matter how long you've had it or whatever. Every now and again you like to talk to people and see how long they've had it, just get their story, what they've tried. Um, but yeah, it all comes down to how soon can you grow the balls to just fully accept the feeling. That's what it comes down to. The thought of going crazy freaks out anyone. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if y'all get that too, but sometimes like I just feel like I got these rushing thoughts coming into my head, but I don't even know what they are. Like it's just like it feels like there's just nonstop thinking, and my brain can't process it, and it just makes you feel. Sometimes it makes you feel overwhelmed and stuck, I guess is the word. Like intrusive thoughts. Yeah, exactly. So, and then on top of that, what I have learned with DP is I don't know if any of y'all work, and Michael, I know you work, you go to college, but for me, having a super strict labor job on top of dealing with like anxiety where you already feel exhausted, it's terrible. So that kind of like what made me shift careers, even though I make really good money at what I do. Um, it was not worth it. You know what I mean? For me, so the place I'm going to, I'll make just as much, if not more, probably more because it's a commission based plus salary. Um, and I'll be sitting at a desk dealing with people, and hopefully I can broad off into insurance adjusters where or claims and look at accidents and determine it. But I think it'll be fun. It ain't just sitting at a computer all day like you think. I mean, it is. You do interact with a lot of people, and there's not a bunch of people that work there, so that helps. It's just like my job now. I can tell it's stressful because okay. So for those of you who don't know what I do, I'm a technician at an RV dealership. And they don't call them mechanics because it's not always fully mechanic work. It's just a technician, but it's not so much the tech work that I do that's stressful. It's more of like who I got to go through and people that are negative there and people that are in a bad mood. And if the boss is in a bad mood, it kind of puts you in a bad mood. Nobody ever says like, hey, good job, man. You did a really good job on that. I mean, other technicians will, but working in an environment where I just feel like a slave, it's just I don't know. And with the job I'm going to, it's like I have a boss, but I'm in charge of how much commission I make. So, and it's not too taxing on my nervous system, and it's a bunch of stuff. But I feel like physical health is super important. Um, Making sure you're not, because while you're in a DP or anxious or depressed, you don't want to be constantly just taxing your nervous system and overloading it with labor. You know what I mean? And some people don't have a choice, and some people can. Some people can adapt to that and be okay with that. But for me, it can't. But yeah, like I've made a few videos about talking. So y'all wanting to see me do a review on vape and how it affects my anxiety or if it helps, what I use. Um, but yeah, if y'all would want to see that and you're watching this later, be sure to smash the like button and let me know below. I know vaping's kind of like a douchebaggy thing, but it helped me quit smoking. Like I smoked I smoked cigarettes for a while. You're a cool dude, man. I appreciate it. I'm glad that I am glad that you do enjoy the videos and you think well of me. That's always good. And I am trying to build the YouTube back up and do and do more YouTube in my spare time. It's just like, if y'all understand, working a labor job when I get off, it's just like I need to go. I get off and I'm like, ah, man, I need to go to the gym, but golly, I'm so beat up. I need to make a YouTube video, man. I just want to sit back and chill and stretch out and write what I need to get it out of my head. But yeah, so hopefully with this new job coming up, I'll be able to do more YouTube because I'll be less exhausted. That's my main thing. Is why the reason I want to change careers is why get off work every day and feel dead beat and wake up and go do it the next day. Why not, when you get off work, you still have life left in you, and you can go to the gym and not feel broke down. So that's where I'm at. But yeah, as far as tips for DP, it's just it's realize that you're not the only one. That's number one. Realize that other people feel the way you do. Like coming in here and listing some things that you feel, and I'm like, yeah, I struggle. I dealt with that too, or I deal with that, or I still deal with that, or that's something I hate. It gives you reassurance. And I know I say don't ask all the symptoms because that just worries you more. But sometimes it is acceptable if you're just like, God, I wonder if somebody else feels like this, and it does help. As far as reassuring goes, but yeah, is this reassurance can help so much. Yeah, dude, reassurance saves me a lot of times. It's I don't know. Sometimes, like, even though I've been dealing with this for, I don't know, 2 years, and it's crazy to say that. And it freaks me out to say that because it don't feel like 2 years. It was, I guess, because a year of it was. Sometimes I feel dizzy too, but I just stay calm, take a deep breath. Yeah, man, I get that too, and that's just. Let me explain this. Me and James talked about this. So, whenever your nervous system is fired up and you're seeing all this stuff, it sends it to your brain, right? And when it sends it to your brain's so in a dark place right now. Not in a dark place, but it's your brain's not fully functionable as it was prior to this. That it can't take in the information, so it does all kind of crazy symptoms. You'll feel dizzy. You'll feel like stuff looks farther than it does away. That's one of my symptoms. Dude, sometimes I feel like I'm about to just have a psychotic breakdown. Like, I'm just gonna disappear. Like, all the energy. But that's whenever, like, honestly, like, it motivates me because I'm like, dude, fuck it. Like, I don't even care. You know what I mean? Like, I always say I care, but I can't stop it. So I'm just gonna show it that I don't care. And I get motivated by that a lot. And yeah, it's pretty cool to see what your brain can do whenever you get motivated, and you're like just ready to kick its ass, and you're ready to just take it to the next level. I've been thinking I'm in psychosis for the past week. Yeah, bro, that's that's normal. Don't think on that too much. I was just talking to James about that. He has the same thoughts. But yeah, that's people that are in psychosis don't think that. Oh shit. Ever since DPDR, I think a lot about people in insane asylums and what they feel. People with psychosis and other mental stuff. Yeah, and see, this is the thing I had to accept. People with psychosis, they're aware, right? But they're not scared. You know what I mean? They're okay. So they share kind of the same symptoms, right? As far as like reality, you see altered reality in psychosis symptoms, and it freaks you out automatically. But it's not saying that. Like, literally, their reality is altered. Like ours, everything is still present. Everything is still the same. It's just that something's weak in your brain and it's not firing right, and it's just not letting you see everything as it should. So I mean, and if it does make sense when you're in a high amount of anxiety. Uh, I mean, of course it does, because that's the only thing that can make sense. So just don't let it get to you too much. People in psychosis are, I don't know, it's not the same. Psychosis is a whole new ball game when it comes to altered reality. And the way I think of it is, if this is psychosis, it's not that bad. You know what I mean? Like, if this is all psychosis is, then shit, you know what I mean? And then, there's a bunch of different stuff that goes in with psychosis, like uh, hallucinations and delusions and paranoid, and and if you start to get to thinking too much, you'll be like, oh shit, am I paranoid? And you're not paranoid. It's just that you're on edge. On edge and paranoid are two different things. I don't know. That's a whole. I'm sure there's 1,000 videos on depersonalization and psychosis. I'm not even gonna bother to make one about it. Uh, just know that you're not. You know what I mean? Psychosis is not. Okay, I've been dealing with this for 2 years. It doesn't take 2 years to get into psychosis. Psychosis isn't something that. If that was the case, 90% of America would be in psychosis, because 90% of America encounters depression. You know what I mean? So, and that weakens your brain. So, you just gotta rationalize what's rational here. You know what I mean? And not my brain trying to tell me something that it's not. The Anxiety Ninja, what's up, man? Psychosis is when the mechanism in our brain that separates reality from non-reality is not working. Depersonalization and derealization are when we feel detached from reality. Exactly. Right. Anxiety Ninja, man. What's up, man? I watch your videos. You got some good stuff on there. During DP, we still know the difference between reality and non-reality, so thus it's not psychosis. Exactly. Like, whenever, I appreciate it, man. Maybe you can get some of your subscribers and shout out my channel, and we can help out more people and spread more love, bro. But yeah, exactly what he said, man. Like, whenever you're in DP and you're not in DP. My bad, I'm trying to read comments. Whenever you're in depersonalization, you know that you're in reality, right? You know that everything is actually going on. And so in psychosis, your brain doesn't know what's reality and or like if you are in a different reality. So it's a touchy topic to talk with somebody that has depersonalization, because somebody that has DP, they are over aware and overstimulated and they're just on edge. So if you say the word psychosis, they're like, oh shit, I have psychosis. And I mean, that's irrational, but it's rational to a anxiety prone mind. DP is often misdiagnosed as psychosis, which scares people. Yeah, man, I feel like if you go to, especially if doctors that aren't fully aware, which is a lot of times the case, they may say the symptoms, and they may go straight to their little book and read off the symptoms and diagnose you like that. And I feel like that's the problem. That's why I didn't spend too much time in the doctor. Spent more time interacting with y'all. Like when I first started this channel, it was, even though I didn't have that many subscribers, it was always interaction and all the emails I got. And yeah, it was super fun. Which also I noticed the Anxiety Ninja that, so whenever I started these videos, there was a few. I don't remember if you came into one of my live streams or not. Anyway, there wasn't too many, but there was a couple of channels on here that were pretty regularly, but I was uploading it was nonstop, and that gave people a outlook or something to look forward to, because they're like, hey, that guy has DP and he put out a vlog, or he put out whatever. Less than 2% of people will experience DP disorder, which means 98% of mental health professionals have never experienced DP. So thus it's very easy to exactly. Yeah, yeah, and Um, that's one of the big problems. Yeah, I mean it's you just gotta accept it. Tell yourself, because this is my thing. Me freaking out and saying that psychosis, it could be a possibility, gives me more anxiety. Uh, but the anxiety ninja, I do have a question before you leave, bro. Just because I have wanted to talk to you, but you have blown up a good bit, and I haven't really even attempted to, just because I thought you're busy with a lot of other um, subscribers dealing with them. But so on your whenever you did recover, I think you said you got it twice, and you dealt with it for a year the first time and a year the second time, maybe, or was it 2 years? I don't remember. Uh, so like whenever you did start getting better, was it just a real gradual, slow change? And was it? Did you have like ups and downs? Like so for example, I've been doing this for 2 years, and I got a lot better. 1 year, two different times. Okay, and see that's the problem. And I've been dealing with it for 2 years straight. Um, and I'm still, and there's still, people still are like, why haven't you fully recovered? And I still do deal with it, which sucks so bad. But it's something that I still have to figure out. I guess my stress factors, my career option was a big one that I'm changing now. I wasn't happy with the career, and now I'm picking a better one. Um, but like towards the end, when you started getting better, and you started getting out of it, and you realized that you could fully cure DP, did you still have times where it got rough for like a couple weeks or a month, and then it would bounce back and get better? Or was it just like a boom? Very gradual, like a roller coaster. Had a huge breakthrough when I quit fighting it. Then I had many breakthroughs when I started to cope better with many stressors in my life. Yeah, and that's something. Yeah, and see, like for me, it was like I went weeks and months with very mild. Like I would feel it, but it wouldn't bother me. It wouldn't stop me from doing nothing. And maybe like a minute during the day, I'd be like, oh shit, like that's annoying. But like this past month, man, it's been like I don't know. It's just almost like you just that feeling of something bad's about to happen, and you're so scared because you don't trust your mind. You're so scared that it's gonna be as bad as it was when it first hit. That's always one of them. Like, oh God, will I get as bad as I was? And I always got to reassure myself and tell myself. And usually I break through that, and I do overcome all that. But I'm still dealing with as far as stretching and eating healthy, and that does help out with a clearer mind. But yeah, man, it was just really just because I kind of look back and I'm like, man, I don't really know what's causing it. And then I look back and I'm like, oh man, for like a solid week, I thought I was dying from cancer because I have health anxiety too. So that could have definitely spiked it. And worrying about change your what if question to what if, change your what if question. What if it doesn't get worse or come back? What if I get better and better and better? Right, yeah. And that's what I do. And I do like kind of alter my thinking patterns when it does get bad, and I just tell myself like, man, if if it's gonna happen, just let it happen. And I give it kind of like that badass mindset, that mentality of it, and it does help. It's just some days it's just like you know that feeling. Maybe some of y'all can relate that watch this later in the live stream. Also focus on calming your body in those moments. Take a few deep breaths and also tense your whole body, then relax it. Yeah, I've done that one before, and that definitely does help. But yeah, it's I've had the feeling of like I don't know if it's depression or what, but of like just the energy around you is just not a good vibe. The mind follows the state of our body in the present moment, also our emotions. Yeah, yeah, that's a good point. And yeah, man, it's just like sometimes I'll just be sitting here and you know, for the past year, it's been like I'll go out with my girlfriend and go do stuff that I want to do and come back and go and play in my room and play Fortnite with my buddy James or play Fortnite with somebody else and just chill. But here lately, it's just been like, God, man, it just doesn't even seem, it doesn't feel, uh, it doesn't, I mean, it feels like my room in my house, but it just doesn't have that vibe. If our body is tight and constricted, it will trigger an anxious mind, negative emotions, and also negative behaviors. Yeah, yeah, man, that's something I've definitely noticed during all this. Is because that's why I've spent so much time in yoga and stretching and exercise. And I bought a yoga mat and a foam roller, and I really got into your sense of familiarity will return, my friend. Yeah, for sure. And I did notice that, like, as I got better, like, things don't look foreign anymore. I still have some days. I'm not gonna lie. Some days it's just like, oh, that looks a little off, but it'll be all right. It's cool, and uh, and it's definitely cool seeing other people that have fully recovered. And a lot of people on here think that I'm fully recovered, and it wasn't. It's because I was doing so good that I didn't really feel it. And then this past month, it's kind of spiked a little bit. But I know that's just part of the recovery. Like especially when you're almost there, you're gonna break through. You just keep pushing, and like I tell everybody else, man, it's something that, and for me, it's almost like hard to forget about. It's hard to. We usually have like 10 to 20 stressors. Yeah, and that's what I'm still trying to eliminate and figure out what's stressing me out. Which there is some stuff personally and financially, taking care of my family that is stressful. We have to cope with to reduce our stressful state of mind. Right, and you know, something else that I struggle with that I can admit and that I can reach out for help from somebody is something I haven't gotten good at is how to deal with stress. DP happens when we hit an overwhelm point. Yeah, for sure. And I definitely know what caused it in the beginning. It was just my body was not taken care of. I was not drinking water. I was doing all this stuff, and I wasn't taking care of my body. So, yeah, I mean, of course, I know that's why it happened. Yeah, but and hopefully, not hopefully, I know now. I just got to figure out whenever I get stressed out, because I'm like, okay, so I do get stressed about financially because I do have a lot on my plate as far as financially for family, helping my family out during a rough time. So like that is a lot on your plate while you're going through this, and I feel like that's kind of part of why it set me back. But also at the same time, I look at it as a positive S point because I'm glad that I could help them, and glad that I could, be there whenever they did need my help. So, but yeah, I'm still trying to figure out on how to deal with when something stressful pops up, how to deal with that. Because I'm not one of the. It's hard for me to just be like, oh, I want a career change, or oh, I don't like my job. I just keep going tomorrow and don't worry about it. Or, oh, I don't have this much. This is a big one for me, and I'll admit it because this is so my as far as financial goes, I have a goal for my savings account, and not to say like, oh, I want this much money or oh, I need this much money as a back burner to know that if it ever gets bad, uh, it I have that as a back burner. Allow the stress. Say even though, oh my God, I did not mean to do that. Oh my God, my bad, anxiety ninja. Oh my God, I didn't mean to do that. I that sucks. I didn't even get to read it. I was trying to click your message and it popped. It put you in timeout. That sucks. Sorry, man. Uh, Damn it, I wish I could have seen that message. But yeah, for sure. I know Anxiety Ninja blew up a lot, probably because he's more formal and and I'm more. I don't want to say those words, but I'm just more. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the word for more blue collar. You know, I'm from Mississippi, and I was just sharing my story. And I feel like some people think like, oh, this guy's you know, he's just some redneck that got it. But it wasn't even like that. And I didn't even want to put off that kind of, as I'm sure a lot of y'all know if you watch my older videos, it has dipping videos and stuff like that. It's just the lifestyle channel of stuff I want to do. But yeah, back to it, stress, man. It's like I think he was saying that whenever you're stressed, just allow it to be and just let yourself know that you are stressed about something. And he said, allow the stress and tell yourself, even though you're stressed, it's going to be okay. And every time you feel stress, tense your body and relax and take deep breath. Yeah, for sure. That's something I got to get better with, because even though I've gotten better with accepting DP and J.A. Handgrave. What's up, bro? I'm on a different account. I don't know who this is. Who is J.A.? Yeah, guys, I'm about to hop off here. I gotta. Oh, Anxiety Ninja. Hey, man, sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I went to hit your message and it just put you in timeout. My bad, bro. Oh, your name's J.A.? That's dope. Yeah, man, and I have noticed with YouTube ever since I stopped uploading my video content so much, my subscribers stopped. They hit a plateau, and I think they all moved to your channel because you was uploading frequently. But there for a while, man, it was super active. I was getting emails after emails after emails and talking to a lot of people, and I met a lot of people. And James over at It's Your Life, I met him. But yeah, man, I would, and you know, for Anxiety Ninja, I would love to do some kind of collab with you, man, and just talk about, I don't know if there's some way we could do that. I don't know if you have an email that I can hit you up on. Allow the stress to be there, don't react to it. Don't resist it, say, even though I feel the stress, everything is gonna be okay. The 2 deep breaths, then tense your body and relax. Okay, yeah, for sure I'm gonna have to try that, because whenever I do get stressed out, I have a tendency to just hold it in and bottle it up and then get angry. And that definitely ain't good with DP. But yeah, man, hopefully, you know, being another YouTuber and doing this. What's up, J Sauce? I think that's your name. It's alright, man. It's going pretty good. How's your day? You can eliminate half more stresses by doing this. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna definitely try that. You should do more live streams, man. I love it. It helps a lot. Anxiety Ninja, many across the world, and I'm from Jamaica. And when DP hits, I thought I was going crazy and freaked me out. Yeah, it'll definitely do that. Yeah, man, we can definitely collab. By the way, I'm a redneck as well. Yeah, man, I grew up in the South, and you know, that's another thing is hunting, fishing, outdoors, hiking, riding 4-wheelers. It was always my thing. And then all of a sudden this hit, and it did a little back burner. But I'm gonna get back to it. It's cool. I'm not gonna stress about it. But yeah, for sure on the collab, we can definitely do something. Man, and you know, for a while I was really getting into editing and stuff, but with the job I have now, I couldn't do it. But if we could for sure hit each other up, my email is. The Anxiety Ninja at gmail.com. Hit me up. Gotta go. Love your videos, man. Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, I'll definitely hit you up and we can work on something. And I'm sure that everybody will love that. See ya. I appreciate it. Enjoy the conversation. Yeah. I'm sure many of y'all know the Anxiety Ninja. He blew up on here. He got a lot of subscribers from Anxiety and talking about that. And the route I want to take with my channel is I'll still update y'all on my anxiety and stuff, but it's just more of a lifestyle channel and what I enjoy in life, and doing like vape reviews. You know, that sounds stupid to some people, but in the vape review I can talk about how it affects my anxiety, what flavors I love, what mod setup I got, you know, stuff that I like, and review it and have fun with you too. And again, please do more live streams, man. Yeah, for sure, I definitely will. I'll be sure to do them. And be sure to hit the subscribe, like it, that way it gets more out there. And hit that little bell next to my subscribe name. That way it lets you know whenever I upload, and it'll let you know when I'm live. Yeah, I'm gonna go, guys. I'm gonna go stretch out, drink a bunch of water, stretch out before I gotta go to work in the morning. And yeah, y'all comment below on some stuff y'all want to see. Me and Anxiety Ninja will do a collab. Y'all probably